Love. Love is so difficult. At 23, I'm still so confused about love. But hasn't it all become so easy with these modern dating apps and matrimonial portals? You can find love anywhere. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, even Uber pool. So it just looked so flawless until I met Amarjeet. Amarjeet is 30. He's finishing his PhD from JNU in Delhi. If you saw this profile behind me, you'd know he's very popular and would get a lot of matches. But what if Amarjeet decided to tell you a little more about himself? What if he told you he's on a wheelchair? Leave alone enough responses, he wouldn't even get any swipe rights. Fitzroy, UK's national agency for people with disability, asked them what they can't live without in a campaign. And here are some results. Coffee, fun, being respected, falling in love. Aren't we all the same? Don't we all need the same things? But according to me, 100 million people with disability live in India. 67 million are still looking for a life partner. Intrigued by the lack of platform for people with disabilities, I went knocking on every matrimonial portal in India, asking them, why are they not doing something about this? The obvious answer was, we have million-plus profiles to cater to. We don't have any time for something this special. It was a leap of faith in 2014. I started Wanted Umbrella. It's a matchmaking agency for people with disabilities. In my few early months, I was matching 10 to 15 profiles on the basis of age, location, medical condition, and so forth. The journey was, I was so excited for my startup, but somebody twice my age called me and said, you're my daughter's age. How are you going to find love for me? Or what do you know about finding love? I just realized how my users had no power in that agency model. I was quite disheartened, but it was too soon to give up. The next obvious choice was to start a tech platform, because we were even getting calls from Malaysia and New York asking if we could do something very similar for them. Let me confess, I'm a majors in finance. I did not know how an app works. It's not that something like this didn't exist, but also I could easily go wrong with my career there. Sitting at Starbucks, Shankar, who's my co-founder, and me, we started Inclov. Inclov is world's first matchmaking app focusing on people with disabilities and health disorders to find a life partner. Thank you. Inclusive love being an abstract subject, we started taking some lessons from Wanted Umbrella, made sure Inclov matches you on the basis of level of independence, cure, instruments you use, medical condition, and lifestyle choices. So let me give you an example. If you know sign language, we will match you with people who are hearing impaired. Or if you understand Braille or you are visually impaired, we will never show you profiles of people who are hearing impaired, because they use sign language and you cannot see it, and so on and so forth. Inclov is also having optimal readability of each profile page to ensure people with visual impairment, retina disorder, and color blindness do not have to take any help from their friends or family members to look for a life partner. The journey was getting overwhelmingly positive when I got a phone call. This is our first match, Anu and Imran. Anu is a Miss Wheelchair runner-up, and she's a gold medalist in rifle shooting. She was looking to settle down since 8 years now. She was very hesitant on getting to our app, but within 10 days of our launch, she found Imran. 3 months later, they tied the knot. Both of them are wheelchair users. It is a notion that people with disability should only marry people with disability. Let me tell you, we are all dealing with a blind spot here. 50% of Inclov users are without disability. They are people who have surgeries, who have temporary transplants, or people who believe in inclusion. With some further research, we found out that in India, people with disability have very restricted social lives due to inaccessible transport, public places, and so on. Makes it much tougher for them to find love. And so we realized people who were talking on our app were not coming out and meeting in person. So we decided to do something about it. And we started Social Spaces, which is our offline meetup where we give an equal platform for people with or without disability to come together and interact. These cafes and restaurants have accessible washrooms, ramps at entry and exit, sign language interpreters. In fact, we even interpret music in sign language, so they're included. Let me give you a glimpse of Social Spaces.
illusion है सब में कि disabled person can never find a good life partner. तो at least यहाँ पे एक opportunity मिलती है just to एक like-minded लोगों को connect होने की.
क्या हुआ था कोलकाता में एक बहुत ही फेमस बार है वहाँ पे जब हम फ्रेंडशिप डे के टाइम पर गए थे तो उन्होंने मुझे एंट्री करने के लिए रोका क्योंकि बोल रहे थे कि मतलब आप व्हीलचेयर करो तो आपको मतलब एंट्री नहीं मिल सकती है उसमें तो उस टाइम पर भी काफ़ी बुरा लगा था मुझे
Somebody very recently told me, the understanding of disability and disability of understanding go hand in hand. So to solve the problem of awareness and social restriction, we started Social Spaces Plus. Any of you could host a social space in your city or locality with a simple do-it-to-yourself guide. So you can stop one person like Manish from entering a bar to have a drink. But how do you stop a group of 20 people wanting to have a drink together, right? And it's time for many more like Manish and Amarjeet to find a life partner. But we're not going to stop here. We plan to go global with Inclov very soon. We plan to create similar platforms for people who are elderly, divorced, widowee, and so on. We plan to remove them from the isolation by creating enough platforms for them to meet and understand each other, and maybe meet the one in that process. Inclov is for people who want to find love differently, because no one, and I repeat, no one deserves to be alone. Thank you.